Chosen one, someone from your past is about to watch you receive everything while spiraling into complete chaos. You didn't even know there was a competition happening. While this person spent years obsessing over your every move, you were building something they can never touch. Here's what you need to know right now. What's coming for you is so massive that their rage will be the confirmation you needed. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Years ago, you had someone close, someone you trusted completely. You celebrated together, you cried together, you made plans for the future together. Then something shifted. They started pulling away, making excuses, canceling plans, eventually ghosting you completely. You blamed yourself. You spent nights wondering what you did wrong. You replayed conversations trying to find where you messed up. The friendship didn't end because you did something wrong. It ended because you did something right. You started succeeding. You started shining. You started stepping into gifts they didn't even realize they were competing against. Every win you had felt like their personal loss. Every door that opened for you felt like rejection of them. Every time you leveled up, they interpreted it as falling behind, so they disappeared. Not because they stopped caring about you, because they cared too much about beating you. They didn't actually leave. They went underground, watching you this entire time, studying you, tracking your every move like a personal obsession. Every project launched, every pivot made, every business started has been designed as secret competition against you. Competition with someone who doesn't even know there's a race. Think about that. You're out here following your purpose, building your dreams, living your life. Someone in the shadows is measuring their entire existence against yours. This person has rebranded now, presenting as some kind of healer or spiritual guide or wellness expert. Social media is full of posts about peace and alignment, using all the spiritual language, sharing all the right quotes, looking like they're thriving, but behind that carefully curated facade, consumed with thoughts of you, multiple fake accounts created to monitor you across platforms, watching what you post, analyzing who you follow, studying who engages with you, using that information either to copy your strategy or actively sabotage your reach. You know those times when engagement randomly dropped, when opportunities mysteriously fell through, when people's energy toward you shifted for no reason? That wasn't bad luck, that was warfare. Someone behind the scenes reporting your content, spreading rumors, doing whatever possible to dim your light. Your intuition picked up on it even when you couldn't identify the source. You felt the attack even when you couldn't see the attacker. That's because you're protected, spiritually protected. Your spiritual team has been alerting you to danger even when your mind couldn't make sense of it. Every project crashes and burns. Every venture falls apart. Every business collapses. They can't figure out why, blaming bad luck, blaming bad timing, blaming external circumstances. But the real problem is the foundation. You cannot build an empire on jealousy. You cannot create lasting success when your entire motivation is beating someone else instead of becoming yourself. The universe doesn't support that frequency. Spirit doesn't back that energy. That's exactly why everything they touch turns to dust, while everything you touch turns to gold. Let me show you how this plays out. Say you're someone who built a skill through years of practice, known for detailed work people recognize as uniquely yours. This person sees your success and instead of developing their own gifts, tries creating something similar, but without your foundation, without your vision, without your authenticity. A cheap imitation gets produced. It flops hard. Or maybe you built something successful through sacrifice and consistency. Suddenly they're launching a competing venture, not because of passion for the industry, because of wanting to prove they can do what you do, but better. Except they can't. Motivation matters. Building from ego instead of purpose. Creating from comparison instead of calling. The universe sees through that instantly. The business fails. The project crashes. The dream dies. Then moving to the next thing. Except the next thing is also inspired by you. You pivot into a new area and suddenly they're pivoting. You start creating content and suddenly they're starting a channel. You move into a new market and suddenly they're trying to enter that space. Like watching someone race while spending all their time looking backwards at you instead of watching the road ahead, then wondering why they keep crashing. This person has never actually struggled, never worried about money, never stressed about survival. Because every time a project fails, every time interest wanes, every time funding dries up, running back to parents or trust fund or some benefactor who keeps bailing them out. Playing entrepreneur without real risk, cosplaying as struggling creative without actually struggling. That comfort has made them weak, disconnected from real work required to build something meaningful. Meanwhile you, fighting for everything, working for every opportunity, sacrificing things they can't even imagine, pushing through obstacles that would have broken most people, getting back up every single time knocked down, finding strength you didn't know existed just to survive battles they'll never understand. That struggle forged you, made you unshakable, built a foundation that cannot be replicated or faked. You understand something they refuse to learn. Success isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. Every day you wake up focused on your own growth, your own healing, your own evolution. Not checking what others are doing to measure worth, not stalking profiles to compare progress, not obsessing over someone else's journey because too invested in your own. This internal focus creates external momentum. When you stop wasting energy on comparison, that energy gets redirected into creation. When you stop consuming other people's content obsessively, space opens to create your own. When you stop measuring against external standards, alignment with internal truth begins. That alignment opens doors competition could never access. The universe rewards people committed to their own path, not people committed to blocking someone else's. They've never learned this lesson. Waking up thinking about you, scrolling looking for you, creating with you in mind. Everything done as reaction to what you're doing. That reactive energy is exhausting, depleting, self-sabotaging, when always responding to someone else's moves, never developing own strategy, when always copying someone else's ideas, never birthing own vision, when always trying to outdo someone else's success, never defining what success actually means. If these words stirred your consciousness, hype this video to help more chosen ones awaken to this. Your new beginning demonstrates what happens when someone moves from authentic purpose instead of toxic comparison. The opportunities coming your way won't make sense if someone's trying to reverse engineer them. Not explainable through normal networking or marketing strategies. The result of divine orchestration meeting consistent preparation. What happens when internal work finally manifests as external reality? They won't comprehend how you access these opportunities because they don't understand the spiritual mechanics that made them possible. Your new beginning comes with peace they've never experienced. Some people get opportunities but stress about maintaining them. Some get success but paranoid about losing it. Some get elevated but anxious about falling. That's not your experience. Your new beginning feels like coming home. Like finally stepping into what you've always been meant for. Relief instead of pressure, expansion instead of constriction. That peace will be visible on you. People will comment on how different you seem, how light you appear, how joy radiates from you. This person sees that, and it drives them crazy. They've convinced themselves real success requires constant hustle and stress and sacrifice of peace. Bought into the grind culture lie that says if you're not burnt out, you're not working hard enough. Accepted that anxiety is just part of ambition, but your peaceful success shatters that belief system. Your joyful elevation proves they've been suffering unnecessarily. A critical mistake in how they view your past, remembering you from a season when still figuring things out, having a mental image from a time when less developed, frozen you in that image, haven't updated perception as you've grown, still relating to an old version that doesn't exist anymore. When your new beginning reveals who you've actually become, the gap between their outdated perception and your current reality will shock them. This is a trap many fall into when judging others based on history instead of trajectory, seeing where someone started and assuming that's where they'll stay, witnessing struggles and concluding that's all they're capable of, observing mistakes and deciding that defines them permanently. But growth doesn't work that way. Evolution doesn't respect past limitations. Transformation doesn't care about previous versions. They're about to get harsh education in the difference between who you were and who you've become. Your new beginning reveals capacities you didn't advertise while developing them, skills sharpened in private, wisdom accumulated in silence, character built without witnesses. All this internal development has been invisible to people only watching external life. They saw your social media but not your prayer life, saw your posts but not your process, saw your highlights but not your healing. Now all that hidden preparation is about to produce visible fruit. People will be surprised by your new beginning, not because you weren't capable before, but because they weren't paying attention to your development, too busy judging current position to notice consistent progress, too focused on where you were to see where you were going, too invested in their perception of your limitations to recognize your expansion. Now you're about to step into a space that makes them question everything they thought they knew about you. Your new beginning also demonstrates something they've been running from their entire lives, that real transformation requires facing yourself honestly, that genuine growth demands accountability, that authentic evolution means integrating all parts of yourself instead of hiding them. While they've been performing spirituality on social media, you've been practicing it in private. While they've been talking about healing, you've been doing the actual work. While they've been pretending to be evolved, you've been becoming it. This is why their rage will be so intense. Your existence proves that all their performance was unnecessary. Your success shows that authenticity was the answer all along. Your peace reveals that all their stress was self-imposed. Your joy demonstrates that all their suffering was optional. You're walking proof that they chose the hard way when there was an easier path available. They just didn't have the courage to take it. Let me tell you about the specific type of opportunities coming with your new beginning. These aren't opportunities you have to convince people you deserve, not positions you have to prove qualified for, not doors you have to force open through manipulation or performance. These are invitations. Clear, direct, undeniable invitations from people who recognize your value immediately, who see your gifts without excessive demonstration, who understand your worth without repeated justification. This is what happens when divinely positioned. The right people recognize you instantly. The right opportunities find you effortlessly. The right doors open automatically. No striving, no begging, no desperation, just alignment meeting readiness, just favor meeting faithfulness, just destiny meeting preparation. This ease will infuriate them because they're used to fighting for scraps, accustomed to forcing outcomes, familiar with manipulation as strategy. But your effortless elevation proves there's a better way, a higher way, a way that doesn't require sacrificing integrity or peace. Your new beginning also attracts people who actually have power to help you, not people who pretend to have influence, real connectors, genuine mentors, authentic supporters, people who already walked the path you're walking and can guide you through it, people who have resources they're willing to share, people who have platforms they're willing to extend to you. These connections happen naturally, through divine appointment, not desperate networking. Through spiritual alignment, not strategic manipulation. Meanwhile, this person remains surrounded by people just like them, pretenders, performers, people who talk big but deliver small, people who promise much but follow through little, people who are all image and no substance. That circle keeps them trapped in superficiality, keeps them stuck in performance, keeps them limited to what human effort alone can achieve. They don't have access to supernatural assistance you have because they haven't cultivated spiritual connections you have. haven't done inner work that attracts outer help, haven't developed character that heaven backs. The difference between your circle and theirs will become increasingly obvious as your new beginning unfolds. Your people will show up when it matters. Your connections will be there during challenges. Your community will celebrate your wins without jealousy. Meanwhile, their people will disappear the moment things get difficult. Their connections will prove hollow when tested. Their community will turn on them the second their mask slips. This is what happens when you build relationships on authenticity versus performance, when you attract people through substance versus image, when you connect through genuine care versus strategic networking. You're going to help other people rise with you. Your elevation isn't solitary, bringing people along, creating opportunities for others, opening doors for people coming behind you. This generosity multiplies impact exponentially. When you lift others, they lift others, and suddenly you're at the center of a movement. Instead of just experiencing personal success, they can't comprehend this thinking, seeing every other person as competition, every other success as threat, every other opportunity as something that should have been theirs, operating from such deep scarcity that can't imagine abundance for everyone, can't conceive of success as something that expands rather than depletes, can't understand that the more you give, the more you receive. So when watching you elevate others and receive more blessing because of it, their mind breaks trying to make it make sense. Your new beginning gets amplified by community in ways isolated success never could be, discovering that rising together is more powerful than rising alone, that collaboration creates more than competition ever will, that abundance mindset generates more opportunities than scarcity thinking. This realization transforms not just your life, but lives of everyone connected to you. Your success has ripple effects touching people you've never even met. Watch what happens as you begin lifting others. Your platform expands, your influence grows, your impact deepens, because the universe rewards generosity, because spirit backs selflessness, because heaven multiplies whatever you give away freely. This is a principle they will never learn because they're too busy hoarding, too busy protecting, too busy guarding what little they have out of fear it will disappear. Meanwhile, you're giving freely and watching abundance flow back to you in ways that defy logic. Your new beginning also teaches everyone watching that there's enough success for everyone willing to do the work, that one person's elevation doesn't require another person's limitation, that we can all win without anyone having to lose. This message threatens their entire worldview, shatters their belief system, destroys the narrative they've built their identity on. Because if everyone can succeed through authenticity and hard work, then what excuse do they have for their failures? If abundance is available to anyone aligned with their purpose, then why have they been struggling so hard? The answer is uncomfortable. They've been fighting against themselves this entire time. Something crucial about the timing of your new beginning. It's not random, not arbitrary, not just happening because enough time passed. The timing is precise, strategic, divinely orchestrated. You're breaking through now because now is when you're ready. Not just ready in terms of skills or experience, ready in terms of character, ready in terms of maturity, ready in terms of spiritual development, ready to handle what's coming without it destroying you. This is why some opportunities don't come when we want them, because receiving them before ready would actually harm us, would overwhelm us, would expose us to attacks we're not equipped to handle, would elevate us beyond current capacity to maintain it. But you've been in preparation, in development, in the process of becoming someone who can carry the weight of blessing without breaking under it. Now you're ready, now you're prepared, now you're positioned. They don't understand this principle of divine timing, thinking opportunities should come based on human effort or manipulation or connections, not comprehending that heaven operates on a different calendar, that spiritual promotion happens according to spiritual readiness, that divine doors open when character meets calling. So forcing things before their time and wondering why everything collapses, trying to access levels they're not prepared for and confused about why they can't sustain them. But you've been patient, faithful during the waiting, developing during the delay, growing during what looked like stagnation. That patience is about to pay off in ways that justify every moment spent in preparation, every season spent in obscurity, every day spent wondering if your time would ever come. It's all been building to this. The reward will be worth the wait. Now let me put you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play, and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. Think about everything that had to align for this moment, every person you had to meet, every lesson you had to learn, every wound you had to heal, every skill you had to develop, every test you had to pass, every temptation you had to resist, every doubt you had to overcome. All of it was necessary, all of it was purposeful, all of it was preparing you for where you are right now. Nothing was wasted, nothing was random, nothing was meaningless. Your entire journey has been orchestrated to bring you to this exact moment. Meanwhile, this person has been trying to skip steps, trying to bypass the process, trying to get results without doing the work, trying to access levels without developing the character required to sustain them. That's why they keep falling. That's why they keep failing. That's why they keep crashing. You can't cheat divine timing. You can't manipulate spiritual laws. You can't force what hasn't been earned through genuine transformation. Your new beginning is also proof that heaven sees everything, every tear you cried in private, every prayer you whispered in desperation, every moment you chose integrity over compromise, every time you forgave when you wanted revenge, every sacrifice you made that no one witnessed, every act of kindness you showed without recognition, every boundary you held when pressured to drop it. Heaven kept records of all of it. And now your reward is coming publicly for what you did privately. Your new beginning also requires boundaries they don't have, protecting energy more intentionally, guarding peace more fiercely, being selective about who has access to you more carefully, because elevation attracts attention. Success invites scrutiny. Visibility creates vulnerability. You need to be prepared for people who will try attaching themselves to you now that you're rising. People who ignored you during struggle but want to know you during success. This is where discernment becomes crucial. Not everyone celebrating you actually supports you. Not everyone wanting access has pure intentions. Not everyone seeming excited about your success genuinely wants you to thrive. Some people are gathering intelligence. Some are looking for opportunities to exploit. Some are positioning themselves to benefit from your elevation without contributing to your journey. You need to recognize the difference between authentic supporters and strategic parasites. This person will try disguising as a supporter, might publicly congratulate you, might seem happy for you, might even reach out as if wanting to reconnect and celebrate with you. But intentions are never pure. Gathering information, looking for weaknesses, searching for ways to undermine what you're building. Your spiritual discernment needs to be sharp enough to see through the performance. This is why your inner circle matters more than ever during your new beginning. You need people around you who knew you before elevation, who supported you during struggle, who believed in you when no one else did, who celebrate you without jealousy, who correct you with love, to protect you fiercely, who pray for you genuinely. These are the people who deserve access to the new you. These are the relationships worth maintaining and deepening. Your new beginning will test relationships in ways you didn't expect. Some people you thought would be there are going to disappear. Some people you never expected support from are going to show up powerfully. Some relationships are going to deepen. Others are going to dissolve. You have to be okay with that. You have to trust that whoever is meant to be in your life for this next chapter will be there. Whoever needs to exit is doing you a favor by leaving. This pruning process is necessary. You can't take everyone with you to your next level. Some people are assigned to seasons, not lifetimes. Some relationships were meant to teach you lessons, not last forever. Some connections were beautiful for a moment, but not sustainable long-term, and that's okay. Release with gratitude what served its purpose. Make space for what's aligned with where you're going. Trust that the right people will stay, and the wrong ones will remove themselves. Your boundaries will also protect you from energy vampires who want to drain your light, from jealous people who want to dim your shine, from negative people who want to contaminate your peace, from toxic people who want to disrupt your progress. You've worked too hard to get here. You've sacrificed too much to arrive at this moment. You've overcome too many obstacles to let anyone sabotage your new beginning. So guard it fiercely. Protect it intentionally. Value it enough to keep it sacred. There is a massive opportunity heading your way. The kind that changes everything. The kind that shifts your entire trajectory. The kind that elevates you to levels you've dreamed about but maybe doubted would actually manifest. This might involve relocation, might require leaving everything familiar, might be a complete career transformation, might be a platform that puts you in front of audiences you've never accessed. Whatever form it takes, this opportunity requires courage, demands faith, pushes you past every comfort zone you've ever known. Your mind will generate reasons why you're not ready. Your fears will scream about everything that could go wrong. Your doubts will try convincing you to play it safe. But when this opportunity arrives, you need to say yes anyway. Take the leap anyway. Trust the process anyway. Because this is your moment. This is your time. This is what you've been preparing for through every trial you've overcome. The universe has been setting this up while you've been doing inner work. Spirit has been coordinating this blessing while you've been healing and evolving. Your ancestors have been moving pieces into place while you've been staying faithful. Now it's all coming together, but before your new beginning fully manifests, expect one final desperate move. They're going to reach out, maybe through a fake account, maybe through a mutual connection, maybe through some scheme designed to look legitimate, trying to get your attention, throwing you off your game, distracting you from your blessing right when focus matters most. This could come as a scam email, an offer that seems too good to be true, a message that appears to be opportunity but is actually a trap or emotional manipulation, suddenly reaching out like wanting to reconnect, playing on your kind heart, banking on your forgiving nature, hoping you'll let them close enough to cause damage, might apologize for how things ended, might act like changed and healed, might even use spiritual language to make reconciliation seem divinely guided. But it's all manipulation, all strategy, all designed to sabotage what's coming for you. When that message arrives, trust your discernment. Don't second-guess yourself. Don't talk yourself out of what your intuition screams. Don't let guilt or curiosity make you engage with energy that means you harm. Just delete it, block it, remove it from your space immediately. Don't respond, don't investigate, don't try figuring out their angle. Just eliminate the threat and keep moving forward. Your spiritual team has been preparing you for this exact moment. Your angels have been sharpening your discernment to recognize warfare disguised as opportunity. When you choose not to engage, when you refuse the bait, when you stay focused on your blessing instead of drama, you win, you pass the test, you prove you're ready for the next level. Here's what happens after you reject their sabotage. They're going to lose it completely. The mask cracks, the facade crumbles, all that fake peace shatters. Everyone sees them for who they really are, crashing out in a way that's visible and undeniable. Maybe a public meltdown. Maybe shady behavior gets exposed. Maybe hidden past comes to light. Maybe fake accounts get discovered. Maybe obsession with you becomes obvious to everyone who trusted them. However it happens, their downfall is coming. It's going to be spectacular. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about you celebrating destruction. This is about divine justice, universal balance being restored, karma doing what karma does, energy they put out coming back multiplied. Every trap they set for you catches them. Every lie they told exposes their dishonesty. Every door they tried closing on you slams in their face. Every opportunity they tried stealing becomes unavailable to them. Everything they tried doing to you happens to them instead. That's not you causing it. That's spiritual law playing out exactly as designed. Meanwhile, while they're crashing and burning, you're thriving like never before. That opportunity you said yes to exceeds all expectations. That door you walked through leads to rooms you never knew existed. That leap you took lands you in a position more blessed than you imagined. Your new beginning becomes everything you hoped for and more than you dared to dream. Doors open everywhere you turn. Opportunities multiply faster than you can track. Resources appear from nowhere. People show up at perfect timing. Connections that seemed impossible become reality. Blessings you stopped praying for manifest all at once. You step into rooms you weren't sure you belonged in and realize you were made for them. You have conversations with people you admired from distance and discover you're equals. You receive offers you thought only went to others and understand you've always been worthy. You achieve goals you set years ago and forgot about and recognize the universe never forgot. You become the person you always knew you could be but weren't sure you'd get the chance to be. And the most beautiful part, you do it all with joy, with peace, with lightness, because you're not carrying the weight of their jealousy anymore. Not holding yourself back to make others comfortable, not dimming your light to avoid triggering insecurity. You're free, fully free, completely free. Free to shine without apology, free to succeed without guilt, free to celebrate without worrying who's watching, free to be everything you were created to be. Watch what happens as you settle into your new beginning. Your confidence grows, your vision expands, your impact deepens, because you're finally in alignment with your true calling, finally walking in your authentic purpose, finally operating in your gifting. And that alignment creates a momentum that's unstoppable. Every step forward opens new doors. Every door opened leads to new opportunities. Every opportunity accepted creates new connections. It's an upward spiral that keeps building on itself. This is what they'll never understand. This is what they'll never access, because they're trapped in a downward spiral of their own making. Every lie they tell digs them deeper. Every manipulation they attempt pushes them further from truth. Every scheme they concoct distances them from genuine success. They're creating their own hell while watching you experience heaven, and their rage about it changes nothing except making their situation worse. Your success inspires people watching your journey. Your breakthrough gives hope to people fighting battles. Your testimony encourages people ready to quit. Your elevation proves good things happen to good people. That faith moves mountains. That persistence pays off. That chosen ones win in the end. But your impact goes deeper than inspiration. You're creating a blueprint for others to follow, showing that authentic success is possible, demonstrating that you can win without compromising integrity, proving that you can elevate without stepping on others, modeling what it looks like to rise with grace, teaching that abundance is available to everyone willing to do the inner work. Your new beginning isn't just about you. It's about everyone who needs to see that their dreams are possible too. This is the part that will haunt them forever, watching you build a legacy while they build nothing lasting, seeing you make real impact while they make empty noise, witnessing you change lives while they chase validation. Your success has meaning, has purpose, has substance. Theirs never will, because it's built on the wrong foundation. Built on comparison instead of calling, built on jealousy instead of joy, built on hatred instead of healing. So, chosen one, here's what you need to remember. Their rage is not your problem. Their jealousy is not your concern. Their obsession is not your responsibility. Their crash is not your fault. Their downfall is not your doing. You didn't cause their destruction by succeeding. You didn't create their misery by thriving. You didn't generate their rage by shining. You just lived your life, walked your path, fulfilled your purpose. That was threatening to someone who never found their own. Their rage is actually confirmation you're on the right track. Their anger proves you're doing exactly what you should. Their jealousy evidences your light shining exactly as bright as it should. Because people secure in themselves don't hate on others. People fulfilled in their own lives don't obsess over someone else's. People walking their own path don't need comparing themselves to anyone else's journey. When you hear about their meltdown, when you see their facade crack, when you witness their downfall, don't waste energy feeling bad. Don't spend time feeling guilty. Don't use power trying to save someone who spent years trying to destroy you. Just bless them from distance and keep moving forward. But don't get personally involved. Don't let their chaos pull you off your path. Don't allow drama to distract you from your destiny. Your new beginning is here. Your breakthrough is now. Your elevation is guaranteed. Nothing and no one can stop what the universe already set in motion for you. Not jealousy, not sabotage, not obsession, not competition, not hatred, not rage. None of it matters. None of it has power over you. None of it can touch what belongs to you. They underestimated you, thought you'd break, thought you'd quit, thought you'd stay small, thought you'd dim your light, thought you'd give up. They were wrong, dead wrong. Now they watch you rise to heights they'll never reach. Now they witness you succeed at levels they'll never achieve. Now they see you become everything they wish they could be but never will, because they chose competition over creation, jealousy over joy, hatred over healing. That's on them. That's their lesson. That's their journey. Your journey is forward. Your path is upward. Your destiny is greater than anything you can imagine right now. So stop looking back. Stop worrying about who's mad. Stop caring about who's watching. Stop wondering if you deserve this. You do. You absolutely do. It's time to receive everything that's been waiting for you. Someone from your past is about to watch you receive everything while spiraling into complete chaos. You didn't even know there was a competition happening. While this person spent years obsessing over your every move, you were building something they can never touch, something they can never copy, something exploding in ways that change everything. This is divine justice. Their rage is the confirmation you needed that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Your new beginning starts now. Their rage is just the sound of doors slamming shut behind you that you no longer need to walk through. Keep going, chosen one. Keep rising, keep shining, keep winning, because the best is yet to come, and you're finally ready to receive